So $90,000 in 4 months breaks down to $22,000 a month, $5,000 a week, and $750 a day. That's what I put in during my first 4 months selling digital items on Etsy. I'm gonna walk you through step by step how you can kick off your own Etsy digital shop. Going from 0 to 90k, that's insane, right? But unfortunately, the ride came to a stop when I got hit with some copyright strikes. But we will get into that later in the video.
Chapter 1. The Start.
So rewind back to April of 2021, I was working a full-time job at a warehouse, just a young kid trying to find ways to make money online, right? And after doing some digging, I stumbled across dropshipping and print on demand and thought like this looks like a pretty solid business model, so I gave it a shot. And after a few months I had my own Shopify store and I learned Facebook marketing and Instagram, but I was mostly using Instagram meme pages, and I can tell you I really miss those days. So after having some success with my Shopify store, I made a couple of grand, right? Nothing crazy, but I just stumbled across a YouTube video like you're doing right now. Maybe this is just a sign to try, I don't know. But I just stumbled across a YouTube video about Etsy and I thought, why not? So I gave it a try. And fast forward 2 weeks, I made my first sale without any marketing.
Chapter 2. 90 grand in 4 months.
And in September, I realized I have to go all in on this platform because I saw a massive opportunity to make some money and I just went all in. The numbers just kept on climbing. And in October, the numbers were pretty much the same, but in October, things just went nuts and I'm talking nearly 50 grand in a single month on Etsy. December cooled off a bit, but I still managed to do 22 grand, and within my first 4 months, I made over 90 grand and had a profit margin of about $30,000, and that's a lot of money for a young Swedish guy. I'm talking basically a year's salary. So I'm not making this video to just brag and show you guys my numbers, because that will give you guys no point of watching the video. It gives you no value. So I will break down how I managed to pull in 90 grand in my first 4 months selling on Etsy, and I will categorize it to the main categories, and each category has like smaller categories that you have to be like really good at and try to learn, and that's how you guys can be better at selling on Etsy.
Chapter 3. Categories.
So the first category is marketing. Getting that many orders in such a short period of time on Etsy without Etsy ads is, I would say, nearly impossible unless you're going viral on TikTok or you're like a famous guy or something. But it's, I would say, nearly impossible. So if you have the budget, I would totally recommend you guys starting out with like $5 a day just to see how the ads perform. And I would at least have them on for 30 days because you have to give the ads some time to start learning the algorithm, and it's very important to have them on for a few days. And the thing with Etsy ads, it's a great way to drive traffic if you're a brand new shop and you need those crucial first orders and reviews that can really boost your shop. Because if you're a brand new shop without any orders or reviews, it will be a hard time getting your first orders and reviews. And a tip there I would say is like maybe your friends or family can buy and leave a review or something like that. But if you have the budget, try at least $5 a day and see how it goes. So the second category or pillar you could say is actually a no-brainer to me, but you just have to get it out there so you guys also understand it. And it's about fulfilling orders fast and providing good customer service to each and everyone on Etsy. Getting those first review will create a snowball effect, and you will start getting 1 review, 5 reviews, 10, 20, 50, hundreds, and your shop will automatically just create a snowball effect and you will start getting orders organically. So just make sure guys you actually provide a good customer service or you will have problems later on. So let's talk about my copyright strike and why I have to turn off my shop so you guys can't skip this issue, right? So everything was going great. I made 50k in November, 22 grand in December, and I was super happy. Then just a day in January, I woke up to an email from Etsy saying that I have received a copyright strike. And copyright strikes is actually a pretty well-known issue on Etsy, and you can get slapped with copyright strike for like no reason at all. But my copyright strike actually made sense, and it later turned out that I have many more items with copyright things in it. So I just received an email from Etsy with another copyright strike, and they basically said if you continue to get more copyright strike, we will shut you down. So I had to actually set my shop on vacation mode and think about what I should do. Given the potential of Etsy and its vast customer global base, I just couldn't let this slide. So I put my shop in vacation mode and just had to take a few weeks off to figure things out if I should like pursue my Shopify website or if I just should continue with Etsy. And for some reason it turned out I had a passion for embroidery and designing clothing, which is is now my full-time job, and I actually made a previous video on how much I made selling on Etsy the last year with my embroidery shop, so check it out. So in conclusion, I would say Etsy is an absolute beast of a platform of kicking off your entrepreneurial journey. Having done both Shopify and Etsy, I would say Etsy is a great starting point of your adventure. It's perfect for getting a feel of handling orders, answering customers, receiving feedback, and of course getting your first paycheck. Even though 70% of my sales come from my Shopify store, I will say it's a totally different ballgame. With Shopify, you got to build your website from scratch, deal with all the setting, and the hardest part is marketing. And this message goes out to people already selling on Etsy, and I just have to say, I don't think you guys realize how hard marketing can actually be. It's not like all the YouTubers say that just post on TikTok, just post on Instagram and you will get orders. You have to actually learn how to run profitable ads, how to make great ads, how to target people, and actually how to get your sales. It's a whole different kind of game. With Etsy, just put your listing out there and you might get a sale. With your own website, you have to do everything and make sure you're still profitable, and that will be to the next video.